Hello, and welcome to the highlights of the webinar, Marketing Success on Any Budget. I'm Nancy Sargent, the CEO of Sargent Marketing and the host of Milestone Mindset Live podcast. And I'm here to give you the edited version of the 90-minute webinar that you have attended, or if you haven't, you're getting a copy of this because you registered. So welcome. I'm excited to share tips with you that will help your marketing be much more successful. And if you have any questions, there's contact information for me at the end of the presentation. So we're going to give you some information up front to set the stage. Then I'm going to show you a successful campaign that a nonprofit did. And then I'm going to give you more details on how to make everything super successful. But I want you to see what it really looks like before we dive into the details. So here we go. Okay. Again, this is Attracting Target Audiences with a step-by-step guide to marketing success on any budget. And I'm Nancy Sargent, as I said. This webinar is an excerpt of my Milestone Marketing Method. It's one where we focus on the ideal customer profile and perfect personas. I know nothing's perfect, but we try very hard to really understand the personas of the what makes the people tick that we're trying to have a relationship with. Because marketing is no more than a relationship building exercise strategy, because we market to people, whether we market to businesses or consumers, everyone's an individual. So the milestone marketing method, we define success up front, we make active introductions, we identify the playing field, understand the buyer's or donor's journey, we see it through Google's eyes, we map content that matters, we engage and measure, and we repeat, repurpose, and scale. The most important thing we're going to talk about today is the persona's journey. Whether, again, it's for-profit or nonprofit, it's the same. And the simplified into 3 steps, it's awareness, consideration, and decision. So please envision this inverted triangle throughout the presentation and anytime you sit down to create your marketing, whether it's single emails or a full strategy and deciding what tactics to use. You see awareness is the biggest part of the triangle. People need to have somewhat of an interest or a pain point or some reason for noticing what you put out there. So that is the awareness stage. I had an example very early on in my career that if there was a drawing for hearing aids, if someone didn't need them, they weren't going to be attracted by that and they weren't going to fill out to win. And that analogy can be spread over anything that you're trying to do. Consideration is where your prospective relationships build trust and they find out if they know, like, and trust you, as I said. This is very important, and we'll get into what happens during that stage later on in the webinar. And decision, they can be micro decisions. Learn more, download for more information, watch this video, or they can be big decisions. Buy now, donate now, volunteer now. These 3 parts of the triangle, the buyer's journey triangle: awareness, consideration, and decision. I hope if you remember nothing else from today, you take away these 3 simple steps. Who is your ideal audience? Your ideal audience, we want to start with personas. Everyone's an individual, and we can create content that makes that type of relationship possible. You want to think about, where do they live? What do they do for a living? What pain points do they have? Are they price sensitive, high, medium, low? That has to do with whether they're buying something or donating. And it could also be time sensitive. Are they emotional or analytical? Where do they find their content, and what will motivate them to make action are just some of the things that we want to look for when we're creating personas. And they are actually caricatures of your ideal client segmented audiences. We are focusing today on the early part of the journey, the attraction, capturing leads, nurturing them, and converting them into actually contacts who you can be marketing to and developing a further relationship with. What you want to do in your marketing is leverage multimedia marketing channels. Marketing channels are email marketing, paid social media, and content marketing are some of the top channels that you can use. Don't worry if you can't do paid media. Organic works as well, but paid, the platforms reward you for paying. That's why. Email marketing still is the number one relationship driver in marketing. Mobile search. 63% of consumers still prefer to find information on mobile devices. Keep that in mind when you're creating your content, visually, brevity, etc. And Google accounts still for 93% of those mobile searches. And organic search is very important. That is where people trust that it comes from an authentic search source. Otherwise, Google or Bing won't be serving it to you. And voice search is becoming more and more popular. So what you want to do is make connections with real people. You want to also create content from real people. Who are your content creators? Are they your users? Are they your internal staff? Share impact-driven stories. Share success stories. Promote multiple ways to give, to volunteer, to donate, to buy, and partner with influencers. I don't mean that has to be celebrities. People in your sphere have influence in key circles. Promote, partner with them for content, at least to give you ideas. Use the media, leverage getting stories in the media, and I'll show you examples. And tailor your message and use data resources, but people are persuaded by stories, not data, and keep testing and learning. You want to make connections with your content. In the awareness stage, you are, as I said, identifying the target audience and developing compelling messaging around that. In the consideration stage, continue the valuable content creation that also has success stories, show that you have financial stewardship, and build trust and credibility. And in the decision stage, provide multiple engagement options, calls to actions that convert people into relationships with you and follow up with them. I'm going to show you a marketing toolkit used that we created with the Hearts of Hope Foundation for a campaign that was one of their summer series events. Always begin with your website needs to have the core information because as you create awareness, people are going to be going to your website for more information to learn more about you and if you're trustworthy and how they can help or engage. Your collateral, this is a lot on one page, but to show how the branding goes through logos to printed material to website to social media, etc. A little closer look. When you have social media, you want to share the flyers that you're having in the community. You want to tag certain people. This was an event that Hearts of Hope did with the Catherine Violet Hubbard Animal Society in Connecticut. They both co-promoted this event. We had blogs on the website that talked about this event, and the blogs are magnets for attracting people that Google and search will serve up. They have educational webinars that can be also promoted during this time. And when people go to the website, they find this here. And again, building trust. Social media, a little stronger look at that, which I just showed you. Press releases, pre-event and post-event. This coverage is essential to getting the word out. It's great to have it on your own platforms. It's even better to have that those seeds on the internet, on the web. This is a closer look at what this looks like in digital media. A picture tells 1,000 words. This was taken with a professional camera and photographer, but your iPhone, your phones are terrific. You must have original content. Sure, I'm a big fan of using stock photos when needed, but pictures, 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 please, original, original. Post-event press releases, continue the word out there using your partnerships as fodder for content is also a great thing to do. You can get local news coverage, I mean TV and coverage, as well as digital coverage. And then you can reshare that on your social media, in your newsletters and emails and more. So that is what an integrated campaign looks like by a nonprofit, that you can use all of your platforms that you have to have that coordinated look, to have that strategy. So to dive in a little deeper here in the highlight reel, nurture relationships with email. We're going to have some tips here to dig in a little deeper. Optimize email subject lines. You can have, if you're promoting content that is giving tips around something, here's a month of eating tips for you. More fun, eating tips for every day of the month. Urgency, you're not going to believe what we found out about food. You can also have time sensitivity, urgency. Your diet, tips to improve it. Suspenseful, can't lose weight, try these tips. If you're helping someone solve a problem, these are some examples, but there are endless ways to create subject lines. Some tips for that are to personalize it. Keep it short, 35 to 60 characters. Don't forget mobile in everything you do. Be direct and descriptive. Include you and your. Show urgency and time sensitivity. Limit punctuation and limit emojis. More and more they become popular, but they shouldn't replace words. Don't overdo it. Beyond the email subject line, write like you're speaking to a person. If I can sum this up in one sentence, read your emails aloud. Does it sound like you're speaking to someone? That's the key. And if you need an image, but have it support the copy, have it help you tell the story. Optimize for multi-devices always. Always remember desktop, tablets, mobile, and track results. Repurpose, refine, and reuse. Do that with all your marketing channels. Social media. A few quick tips. Prioritize video and content. Videos drive the highest level of engagement. Instagram Reels show 30% impression rates, double other formats. Quick and authentic clips work best. Use hashtags strategically, optimize static posts, use Instagram carousels, post consistency, 4 to 6 weekly posts is ideal. Invest in paid Google ads when you can. There are grants for nonprofits. There are grants for Google ads with up to $10,000 a month free advertising. Take a look and find it. It's good. It works. Use authentic TikTok content. Track source codes, measure channel performance to optimize strategy, and focus on your highest performing platforms. They're not the same for everyone. Back to creating high impact content. Back to that awareness, consideration, and decision. Awareness, blogs, social media posts, infographics, slideshows, multimedia, video, podcasts, newsletters, white papers. Don't be intimidated. Pick something, stay in your lane, do what you can. Consideration, people are evaluating you versus your competition. Make these educational resources, webinars, surveys, e-guides, checklists, success stories again. Fine in this stage. You can also use case studies again in your decision stages, giving people ways to engage with you. Bring them down the funnel. Repurpose and scale your content. There are so many ways to do that. Again, your photos, your videos, your blogs, your content on the website. The ideas are limitless. Repurpose and scale. That's how you stretch your budget. Generative AI for nonprofits. Keep it simple. Use it to amplify your mission and impact. Use it ethically and responsibly. Have policies for your group. Give it the ideas you want to make better. Let it help you make better. Treat it as an intern. Give it good direction. Evaluate it carefully. Tweak it. Use it. Use it and use it carefully. It's great for help with fundraising and grants and marketing and communications, chatbots and support, and data analysis and reporting, but use it as an assistant, not as a be-all, end-all. Some prompts, you can use prompts for donor outreach, storytelling and impact, social media and newsletters, events and campaigns, and donor segmentation. Set SMART goals, the best way to track and measure. Keep this simple. You can find endless tools online to make very, very specific SMART goals, but be specific, make sure you can measure them, make sure they're attainable. Don't go from 0 to 1,000 in a month. Be realistic. You have limited resources. Everyone has limited resources. Be realistic, which is also very tied to making sure things can be attainable, and be time bound. Give yourself benchmarks and time frames so that you check in and do this repeatedly. This is the simplest way to measure your results and keep on track. Again, this all comes out of Milestone Marketing, which is tying together lots of inch stones. We do not build success overnight, or we do build successes one step at a time, and that's how they become big successes. Provide multiple engagement and giving options on your website, downloadable, uploadable, subscribe to your newsletters, donate now, watch our video, share something, like it, ask for help, visit the website, contact us. It's endless. Use what you can. Just give as many as you can that you can manage and get back to people on. So the key shifts that I hope you get from this highlight, and if you attended the video, is how to convert more contacts into donors. What donors want to know is the key. Donor intent matters, how to measure results, and how to scale success. Remember that triangle. Remember to use the resources that you have. Don't overextend yourself, and create inch stones that turn to milestones that you can measure success and repurpose, refine, repeat, and scale. We help people, we help businesses and nonprofits by developing a milestone marketing blueprint. We help you with guided coaching, and we do it all for clients as well. If that's something that you'd like us to help with, please feel free to inquire about that. But in the meantime, I'd love to answer your questions. You can contact me in this way. We can set up a 30-minute time to talk. You can also contact me on a QR code. And I thank you so much for joining, and I wish you all the success in the world. Again, I'm Nancy Sargent, the CEO of Sargent Marketing and the Milestone Marketing live host. And I hope to see you being successful, and I look forward to helping you if I can be of assistance. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, see you soon.